toss. Down the wicket. That's the usual practice today. Once again, maybe not very intended, but it's going to get a couple of runs nevertheless.
I'm not sure what's evolving quicker, technology or the way people bat in T20 cricket. There was a day when there would be a dasher at the top and then maybe an anchor player who would just nudge and noodle it around while the dasher tried to find boundaries. Now it's just head down. It's just head down and foot down and try and hit as many boundaries as you can inside these 20 overs.
Another delectable looking shot. That is going to find the boundary in a hurry. Sweet timing. Nice baseman. Crowd's gone a little quiet here with the array of shots on display here by New Zealand.
And as quickly as it is evolving, there is still a place for this. Call it a non-drive. Yes, it's gone squarer through mid-wicket, but the full face of the bat was presented. That is some stroke from Cleaver.
Oh, now being cheeky and paying off. Wow, that's innovation. That is extraordinary shot. Just using that angle so very well and the shortness of the length scoops it away for a maximum.
There was a thought that Bangladesh won the toss because there might be a little bit of swing and seam out there because of the overhead conditions and the rain that fell early this morning. It's been a run fest. It's been brilliant from these New Zealanders. New men into the team. They've been sitting and watching from the sidelines as the ODI side lost the series 2-1.
Asserting the authority now. Chance here. It did not this time around. I think he was short the batter. Iman could not find the stumps.
And he had all the time in the world because Clark gives up. Cleaver says yes, no, I've sold you. All the time in the world and a lot of stumps to Ayman.
Bangladesh are going to rule that, that's for sure. Opportunity is not coming in terms of getting batters out. One run out, one golden opportunity missed. Couldn't be easier. He was not too far away. He had the right angle, and as you said, ample time to aim. Missed. Nice control. Can intersperse the big shots with little deft touches and angles of the bats. Good going for New Zealand.
Got no chances of non-striker when you call through for the one and then the late decision is no, I've made an error. And Clark just turns around and says, well, I'll hope for the best.
Waits on that one, once again plays it confidently. This time round, he's got it covered in taking the run. 4 overs have been completed, 41 for
1. Georgia plans weddings with the precision of a watchmaker. Surprises.
কিছু বুঝছে না এখন পাম চাও দেখি ও খাইলে তো ধৈর্য ধরে খাইতে হবে তুই খাই যদি ফেল দাও কই মিলি ফেলে হবে
Spin. He needs to just be quicker. Not this rolling. Between the New Zealanders and the left to decide.
Hesitation again. I think he's safe here. They're going to have a little look, but I think he's safe.
West Bangla Bank decision pending.
Satisfied batsman well inside the ground. My decision for big screen.
But it's going to be Nexus Bay not out. But two opportunities missed. A direct hit there would have got him two. Pretty strong with their batting and very attacking and good strokes. One area they faltered is their running between the wickets. Gulshik, my dear son, be able to stem the flow of runs, get a few dot balls or singles and just build up a little bit of pressure back on the batters.
Just trying to bowl it in towards middle and leg so that the protection is used on the leg side. Long on, deep mid-wicket. Only two out.
Now he's really allowed the batter to really pick his spot. Look at that. The swivel and the sweep, the slug sweep resulting in another Nexus Bay 4.
Clever batting. Clever batting. They've played well up front, forced Bangladesh to put spin on inside the power play. And never easy for a slow bowler to bowl with just two men out.
This field, possibly impacting outside the line of leg. That might interest the bowler. Bijon Kumar is going to have a little chat, asking him about the trajectory of the ball. Will he ponder a review? And he's taken it.
TV Ambassador Director, we have a players review on field given not up. I have checked it. It's a fair delivery. Move on to fountain, please. It's look very close to the bat. Can I have authorized for confirmation? Bowling. The daylight gap between bat and ball, flat line. Can I have ball tracking when you are ready? Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wicket umpire score. Go back to on field. Stand by. Mac, give the signal, not out.
Well, it's umpire's call. Review has not been lost. That'll be good from the Bangladeshi perspective, but a good review to take. And something to just give them a little bit of improvement in the spirit, because they're a little down and out with the stroke play that's been offered by the Kiwis. This line has left a lot to be concerned about. He should just try and bowl outside the line of the off stump.
I don't know about that, Shamim. If he bowls outside off stump, he's got no protection on the offside. And that's what makes it such a difficult thing to do for a slow bowler. If he bowls the ball outside off stump, they'll just let their hands go.
Second run, wisely opting not to do it. That is the end of the fifth over. New Zealand are doing well at 49 for 1.
What's the word?
The Easy Bathroom Spring Sale is officially here. Explore our wide range of stylish bathrooms and tiles, now with 30% off across our entire collection. Or choose our Simply Install service and get 40% off bathrooms with selected tiles completely free. From inspiration to installation, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Don't wait, head to your nearest Easy Bathrooms showroom today.
That's a good start, 49 for 1 after the end of the fifth over. We were just wondering with overcast condition and rain yesterday in early morning there would have been a bit of a moisture, but this surface has played brilliantly. Ball coming nicely onto the bat and he lets it over. One bounce to the fence. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It has been a very good surface to bat on. 50 on the board. Hello, Hamish.
Hey, good afternoon. It's been a flurry of boundaries so far. Again, Dane Cleaver using the length offered. Made it look very easy, didn't he? Nearly the whole way. But you're spot on. It might have been a little bit of moisture in the surface, but looks an absolute belter. These two ticking along at over 10 and over.
Get shy of the stumps. When you see the surface behaving in that way, you see the batsman have to take a few more chances. He picked up a boundary and then he goes down the wicket inside edge.
Is our TV umpire today, Tanveer Ahmed. Nice shot for one. Using his crease well. This Carter Clark.
Back off the match referee on the left of the screen. Tanveer Ahmed, third umpire. New Zealand batters versus space today. They've hit they've 6 boundaries so far. And they're quite keen to hit it on the up because one was quite full. If you see again, you can see the intent here. Intentions are, even if it's away from you, not a drivable length, they're backing themselves up to play it on the up.
Yeah, they both like to use the crease. What I mean by that is they're getting across the crease. Carter Clark, and they're not afraid to get down the wicket as well. We've seen a couple of occasions as well. Cleaver looked to lap it over that short fine leg fielder top right of screen. It's been an impressive start so far.
They've been excellent in terms of placement and the timing that they have. Yes, there was a good effort in the end. Last moment it looked like he might have stopped it, but then he goes through. So another boundary.
First look at a slight short delivery. Hit it nicely in front of square. Did Clark look to have it covered? It's safe for saying. Just managed to get away from him. Looked a little bit uncomfortable. Hope it's nothing serious.
Looks a little bit uncomfortable. Saif Hassan. What a partnership this is turning out to be. 49 of this 27 deliveries. Again, there you go. So with that single of the inside edge, the 50 partnership is on the board of just 28 deliveries. 12 minute over. After the end of the power play, New Zealand well placed at 61 for 1.
What's your favourite HBO show?
That's tough.
It's got to be Succession, Sopranos, The Wire for drama.
The Last of Us.
I'm really annoyed my husband watched it without me, and then he said, "Oh, this will be really good." I'm like, "Well, thanks for it, dude."
Game of Thrones. Which characters you like? But I think you couldn't like too many because they're going to get their head cut off.
I love Friends.
Can I say who I reckon you are? You've got Ross Wappy.
Did you? No! What? Cheek of it.
Very good intentions here. Good intent. Remember, they lost the series, the ODI, but they first started this in a really good fashion here. You see this signal of the first power play. Khan signaling that. Went for 8 runs in the first over that Mahdi bowled. One of the deliveries that he bowled was a little bit quicker. Right. That's a very good start here. Straight away in the air. This is ball short. And he gets away with it. Shouts of catch it. But no one near it.
You've seen a couple of sweep shots early. Outside slight chance, but fortunate for New Zealand that didn't carry. As mentioned, a good start, and most people watching New Zealand, they won't be surprised. Let's look at the power play. Early flurry of boundaries in the first over. Cardinal Clark. We saw this beautiful piece of work. We mix up. Might have got a little bit of bet on that. Reverse sweep. Gosh, this outfit's still fast, isn't it?
And the boundary keeps coming. That has been the feature of this innings so far. That's why you can see the smile in the dugout. 9 wickets in the hand. Going at a rate of just about 10 runs in an over. Well controlled one because it's got finer. Once it goes finer, there's no stopping that. Again down the wicket. What a good piece of timing. That is going to the distance. Into the stands. First 6 for Clark.
An easy swing of the bat that was from Cardinal Clark. Nice piece. Flights it beautifully. Down the wicket. Just a clump. It's gone a good 10-20 metres back over the rope. Saw the other day in the one day of Team Foxcroft managed to find the fence easily. But that just shows potentially how small these boundaries are. Might need a big total here today.
When you see those two right-handers in the middle, you'd expect a spinner to come and take it away from the right-handers. This time around it's not. So basically the ball is coming into the right-handers, so they're quite comfortable to go down the wicket and hitting over towards the mid-wicket area. That's all Goldie just puts the lid back. I'm just wondering whether the skipper is thinking about bringing on someone like Rishad Hussain. He's getting a bit of a treatment there. It looks okay. He's up on his feet. Saif Hassan with the physio Bangladesh team. Again, onto the onside, but they have protection in the deep. There are 3 fielders now on the onside protecting the boundaries. So only a single, but still a good over. 30
EasyJet's Big Orange sale is now on. Get up to £400 off your next package holiday and up to 20% off flights. Book now at EasyJet.com. Get out there.
good display of batting. Talking about him in the previous over. T20 carrier. But he's in the gap. This will go for a boundary. Lucky. They'll take it. Boundary to start the over. Rishad. Wide as well. With
Kane Clark threw his hands at it. Got a piece of it outside edge. But another boundary early in the over as well. Bowler under pressure. If you give a whip to the batters, and even if they don't middle it, they still have an opportunity to pick up a boundary because that was an outside edge. This time around, the next delivery was a push it down the ground, which allows him only to pick up a single. So important for Rishad Hussain and the other bowlers to create some sort of pressure at the moment. It's New Zealand. Oh, trying to play the reverse. Well, they'll have a check upstairs. Should you touch Bangla Bank decision pending?
We have umpires.
খেলা দেখতে দেবার খেলা দিন নাল দোকানে খেলা দেখেন না কেমন ওইখানে দেখা যাবে তুমি খেলা দেখলে মনে বেড়া দেখবে খেলা দেখতে ভালোই লাগছে আউট নাকি আউট লিটন দাসকে দিয়েছিল 2021 সালে হিসাব একবার 18 ছিল
well inside the ground, wicket broken.
18 ছিল
Decision for big spin.
আরেকজন আউট হয় না রাম করে দেবে
কোনো কমবে না তো চুপ করে থাকা কাহিনী হবে
খালি আউটটা হচ্ছে
He's okay, he's fine.
রান কত 68 78 হয়েছে
ও 80 রান
আবার এনে হলে বাড়ি গেলে আবার এনে খুব জোরে মারা লাগে
That's a bit of bowling for me. Just
ওগুলো
nice
ফোর
short
করতে
length.
খুব
Here's
জোরে
another
মারতে
look
হয় স্টেডে এখন
at the stumping. He did
ছোট
drag his
মনে
foot
হয়
out.
কেন ঘর মারা যায় না
Just managed to get enough back.
বলটা বাদলে পড়ে যেত ব্যাটে বাদলে
আর এখানে বল তো ভয় ভয় লাগে তখন যে আউট হয়ে যায় বল খাই মিস করলে
Oh, lucky, very lucky. Unlucky for the bowler because he'd beaten him in the flight.
কি হলো
কিছু হয়নি
Still trying to take a few chances. He goes down the wicket here. And somehow, bit of a
বল হল ধরতে
ball
পারলে
to the
বল
pads,
ধরতে
maybe just
পারলে
the part of the pad, and it just goes past the keeper. Otherwise, he was done. Yeah, inside edge also. He's come back nicely here, Rishad Hussain, after conceding that first boundary. He's gone for 8. 82 for 1.
কত হয়েছে দিছে
82 রান মাঠে
10.25
লেগ স্পিনার আছে শালা দশ 8 করে 82
বরাবর একটা রান হতেই পারে এখনো বাড়াবে ফ্রি করেনি কি তাই না এখন 12টা ওভার আছে বরাবর একটা রান হবে কেন হবে
Mondal back in the attack, not in his first over. What a good partnership this is between these two, Clark and Clever.
কত কম বলে
71 of just 40.
80 রান করতে পারবে না
Clever on strike.
60 টাকা দেয় গরজ দিবে কেন
60 টাকা 30 টাকা
কত টাকা দাও আউট
Yeah, I think that's the idea. Back up the length. And when you talk about power play, there was excellent. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, obviously lost the toss, sent in with the New Zealanders. This was a run out again. No dive. Robinson will be ruining that. But Cleveland and Clark managed to find the boundary with ease. Look round the wicket. We thought there might have been a little bit in the surface, but it looks an absolute belter. Seen a couple of overs of spin. Looks like it's just skidding on nicely.
বাংলাদেশে থাকলো
Might need a few runs here today. The
এরা খেলা দেখতে হবে রে ক্রিস
They'll get down the wicket, but he will find the fielder. Yeah, the idea was to go over the top, but the length was not there. So to go aerial,
अब की तो
And eventually there you go, he practices that shot. If they can somehow manage to stick to the run rate that they're having at the moment, they get 199. But this pitch so far looks above 200 for sure.
Yeah, certainly the way they're going. Seen a little bit of change in pace. Gay down the feet.
ঝরঝরি করি ওই যে বুঝে দে খাওয়া দিব আদর করতে হবে ধরে শুনে ভোগ সামারতে পারবো না শুনবা তো শুনি ওইটা হলো খাওয়া মাইরে কানাকে দিতে হবে কানাকে রসি করে ঢুকে দি টিপ মারতে হবে জোরে করে ঠিক আছে পারি বলে
সাসা বিল জোরে করে এটা করলে ভোগ সামারো
Excellent from Ripon Mandal. And so far it's been a good over, Hamish, because batters are looking to create opportunities to pick up boundaries. Well, have a look at this one.
Yeah, what about most is stayed ahead. Obviously we've seen a nice executed yorker there. Only in the 9th over, but it's been such a good start. The bowlers need to make sure they're ahead. These New Zealanders.
Should be better than it is, but not before they come back for the second. It just also shows that the kind of bench strength New Zealand have. Remember, they were in the finals of the T20 World Cup. The T20 World Cup, and only one player from that squad is in the 11. But you could also see the talent. Very impressive. Bounce to the fence, spoils the after the end of the night, 90 for 1.
At CameraFi Clinic, we're not here to get people high.
Well, look, I'm a numbers guy, so I had questions. Am I going to feel weird? I can't turn up to work.
Right to perfection. I do things by the book, just like CameraFi fully regulated. Never hit the pipe.
Anyway, it was easy.
How can we help? For expert guidance you can trust, search CameraFi Clinic today.
अरे खोला जावे ना बुझले काटी भालो खोला जावे ना
Economy.
खोला ना बुझले
11 fours at 260 in the first 10 overs. The ball.
কথা করলে না জিদিকে নম্বর খাতা না আর আবারও ক্ষমতা না বাংলা জিতে কোন কোন দল হয় না দেখতে পাচ্ছি না মিনিট ধরে কি বাড়াবে দেখো লাগ খেলা আগে হলে লাইক দেখতে ভালো হয়
Just stood there.
এটা শেষ করছে
Not picked up.
আদের মধ্যে আসছে কি করবে আগে না খেলে হবে না কাজ হাতের মধ্যে ফ্রি বাইরে মধ্যে করতে হবে
He's also spent some time off the field.
মাঠ বড় কইছে
They should have been taken at this level.
The first time they created an opportunity and it was grasped. He goes reverse and he finds the gap. And he's picked up another boundary. Very quickly with that boundary to 47 of just 26 deliveries.
He's making the most of his opportunity. Dane Cleaver. As Mitch was mentioned earlier, obviously, at the toss. Kelly tossing the coin. No, not tossing the coin, but calling the coin today. I wonder if Cleaver might have even been playing. Tom Latham been for. Here he is, 47 red.
And again, lofted over the offside, and that brings up the second 50 for New Zealand 2020 cricket. Look, he's loving it. So are his teammates. Playing any part the one-day series, and here he is, 51 not out. That is a beautiful shot. Look at that. He's making sure that he gets underneath the ball, so he can get elevation over the top of that fielder of the cover. Terrific. Such a wonderful shot to bring up his 50. Inside the line, what does the batter decide? Yeah, I think he's done. Rishabh could have had a but he comes back and picks up Cleaver with a clever piece of bowling. Out his nerve, nicely. Good to get potentially a little bit wide reverse sweep. Didn't bother reviewing it, but a beautiful knock. 51 to his name. New Zealand 99 for 2.
Glenn's just used to CameraFi and doesn't have the thought of car insurance weighing him down anymore.
Please, we're getting married.
You're not getting married.
Insurance feels better when you've just as confused.
Embrace your wild side.
On CNT Sports.
লোক লাগবে 2010 লোক লাগবে 2010 5 লাখ গেলে এমনি 5 লক্ষ
They've managed to break the partnership. Gets his man. Was unlucky. Right in front. Strikes for Bangladesh. She was looking dangerous. A bit unlucky on that occasion. Number 4 had a good ODI series, not the best of stats. Again, 21.
Middle pillar.
Would like to take some time, but at the moment, New Zealand had right from the start. Welcome, Mr. Ackerman.
আরে ভুল আমি এটার কথা বলছিলি তো বুঝে ধ্বংস হবে না সেই সিস্টেম করে করা আছে আর ধ্বংস যদি হয় বুঝলা গরিব নিচে চলে যাবে নিচে দাবি যাবে কারণ বলে না আসলে বলা হয়
Comes up on New Zealand. And
Bangladesh will be hoping for a mistake from Clark here, an error, and you've got two new batters at the wicket, then you can possibly buy yourself a couple of cheap overs. Not sure Clark will look to slow down. He'll look to continue to be aggressive. Slight hesitation. Dot ball to finish the over. After 10, New Zealand 100.
কথা কম বলো না শুনতে পাচ্ছে এর ভিতরে বুঝে কথা কম বলো টাকা কেমন দিছে টাকাটা যে তোমাকে 300 দিছে কেন দিছে টাকা দিতে হবে ভাইয়া তুমি তো আগে শুরু করা মেলাটা দিয়ে মেলা যাবই না মনে করছো আমরা ডাক্তার দেখো না বললাম তোমার কথা আমি
102, we are halfway through the innings. Clark, 45 of 30. Kelly just came in, will take the strike against Mahdi. Gave away 21 of his first two. Kelly, 13th player to captain New Zealand in T20Is. After Tom Latham was ruled out at the very last moment before this match. Using his feet.
ফেল করবে না পরীক্ষায় প্রশ্ন সহজই হয়েছে বড় গেলে সহজ করবে যারা পড়ছে না সহজে তারা একটা আগে চাইতে কিন্তু কুমিল্লা বোর্ডে প্রশ্ন হার্ড আছে
Switches quickly. Over the fielders here at short third. Productive. Clark moves on to 49. Just his third T20 international. He's been happy to show his full array of strokes as well as Clark. Just one away.
আমরা 9 পরীক্ষা দেন নি শিক্ষা মধ্যে না হয়ে এমনি যে হাট প্রশ্ন দিয়েছি এসএসসি হবে না কেন তুই বলে তো
Showers towards the offside. Exposing his intentions a bit too early to the bowler. Leg bye given. I think he gets just outside the line above stump. Little Das, the captain who goes up, he's the most confident in the appeal and he's the one that's going to say, no thank you, we're comfortable with the decision. Birding in, my dear son. That brings Clark back on strike, he's on 49, outside the line of those, obviously.
লোকের সাউন্ড যে লোকের কম্পেয়ার করে নিরিবিলি জায়গা তোর মধ্যে হাবাই তো নেই
Gives it a run, gets the single and will reach his maiden T20I 50. Clark, his father Tehran, who played rugby at international level for All Blacks rugby team, will be so proud today. 7 fours and a 6 to get to his half century. Just the 33 delivery, so going at a real good clip, brought into the side, looks to take it on up front, has done his job well. Looked solid right from the word go. As the leading run scorer in the recently concluded Super Smash T20, scoring 431 runs in 9 innings with a century. Some room, finds the fielder. Dot ball to finish the over.
জানি আমাদের দেখাবে না
One more to go. I'm on a hurry, HD.
3 বাজে
Just to remind our viewers, that single was given as dead ball, so Clark is on 49 again. Now he gets to his maiden T20 I-50. Now his father Tyran Clark will be proud of his son. Well done. End of over number 11. New Zealand 108 for 2.
The Magia Rosa, carried by many, but claimed by one. Earned through the strength of an entire team. Hunted over 2,000 miles of unforgiving terrain, brutal climbs, and savage sprints. Where it is rare, to finish with it is legendary. Giro d'Italia, live only on TNT Sports.
Boss.
4 balls. All of the batter. Rishad. Well bowled.
The relief to go to your first T20 International 50, and then the umpire says, sorry, dead ball, you're going to have to do it all again. Does it in the same manner, just a little tuck on the leg side. Carton clock has 50.
Strike rate 141. That's the sort of start New Zealand hope for after being sent to bat. Kelly, on the other hand, leading his side for the first time. Gives it a charge, not the best of timing. Just one bounce to the fielder. Waited on that occasion. Seems like at the very last moment he checked himself. Premeditated. Problem. Rishad Hussain picked up his second. Clark, who just reached his maiden T20 I-50, eventually perished.
Yeah, lovely bit of bowling. Got into position really early, and Rishad Hussain threw it wide, threw it down the leg side. And he just didn't abandon the stroke, went through with it and hold out. Easy catch for Ridoy. Century for Clark. 51 from just 37 deliveries. New Zealand won 10-3.
The Easy Bathroom Spring Sale is officially here. Explore our wide range of stylish bathrooms and tiles now with 30% off across our entire collection. Or choose our Simply Install service and get 40% off bathrooms with selected tiles completely free. From inspiration to installation, our expert team is here to guide you every step of the way. Don't wait to head to your nearest Easy Bathrooms showroom today.
Kevin Jacobs, the new man in for New Zealand, scored an unbeaten 44 of 30 on his T20I debut versus South Africa last year, and he's here because of some good bowling from Rishad.
Threw it wide down the leg side, dragged his length back and made it almost impossible to play that stroke.
Rishad was equal to the task. Loopy delivery from Rishad. Last 30 balls, Bangladesh bounced back well. 38 runs and 2 wickets. It's exactly.
কান্তেলে নাকি রে না
What Bangladesh should have wanted. 2 new men at the wicket. Just the one delivery faced for opportunity.
শুরু হয়ে গেল নেট প্রবলেম এখন ভালো হয়েছে রে এখন তো শুনলে লাইভ চলে যাবে নিশ্চয় হ্যাঁ নেট সমস্যা দিলে
For the hosts now to try and just get through a couple of overs, steal a couple of overs.
একজন আছে না মেলাজনে আছে না অতবার দেখাই দেবে না মোবাইলে দেখাচ্ছে
Kelly will be content with the single. End of a very good over, successful one from Rishad. New Zealand, 112 for 3.
We all love a bargain, like these flatmates who switched to Vodafone and are now paying less for their full fibre broadband, which means they can still stream 2 shows at the same time. But for less, still gaming with mates, but for less. It's easy to switch to reliable full fibre broadband for less. From Vodafone.
Eight overs to go, 112 for 3. 2 new batters in the middle. Bangladesh denting the proceedings after some flurry of boundaries and sixes up front from New Zealand. Tanzim Saqib comes in. Square leg inside the circle. He's got a deep fine leg, deep mid wicket and long on in place. Mid off inside the circle as well. Poor delivery. Deliberate. He knew the fielder was inside the circle at mid off. The shot is simple when the mind is settled.
He's full of confidence. Full of confidence. Had a very good one-day international series. Kelly then handed the captaincy, so he's going to be full of it. Nice little bit of movement as well when he came down the wicket. Just nudged himself outside leg stump there to be able to get up and over mid-off.
Change of angle for Saqib. Oh! Lucky, very lucky. Bowled wide of the crease on that occasion, creating the angle to the left-hander, Tanzim Saqib. Almost got his man.
Clearly the intent from New Zealand is to continue with this run rate, continue with this momentum. Tougher shot to hit from around the wicket because he cramps him for room from around the wicket.
There's a deep square leg, long on and deep fine leg, mid off inside the circle for the right-hander. Aerial fielder will take it. Jacobs might feel he was unlucky on that occasion. Would have hit that anywhere in the ground on the offside, but he manages to hand that ball straight to the fielder. 80 parts.
Also, he's trying to give himself room outside leg stump to get it up and over mid-off, who's up inside the circle. But Tanzim keeps the ball away from him and Jacobs is only able to find the toe end of the bat as it skews off and is caught by Rishad in the deep. So Jacobs now goes for 1. New Zealand now, a little bit of a hiccup, 117 for 4.
And in typical fashion you rang and said nothing to worry about. Just a little heart attack, I'm in hospital. But don't worry.
Yeah, I'm back on granddad duties, looking after the kids, and it's great that I'm still around to be able to do that.
You might have not be able to pick them up from school and take them to football and see them doing all the things they do.
With the help of scientific research, Bill survived, but many don't. Donate now to help fund life-saving research and keep us beating.
Well, Dean Foxcroft, who struck 7 sixes in the third ODI here in Chattogram, comes in the middle as New Zealand are some sort of bother here. New Zealand just losing wickets in crucial juncture, especially in this phase of the innings. Right on the cue. This is the phase I mentioned, HD, where Bangladesh strangled the opposition. In the last 2 series here in Chattogram, between 7 to 15 overs, they concede a run rate just over 7 runs per over, and also picking up almost 3 wickets in this phase.
That's important. If you want to be a good T20 side, and you've got to have the ability to take wickets in this middle period.
And feel the pressure from the New Zealanders in the middle.
When Dean Foxcroft did explode in that one-day international, it was right at the back end of the innings. He had spent a great deal of time there. Now he doesn't have that opportunity. He can't sit around, knock it around, because the next minute the 20 overs will be done.
Foxcroft will get off the mark. That concludes a successful over from Tanzim Saqib. Just 6 runs and a wicket coming from it. New Zealand 118 for 4 after 13. And since we are here in Chattogram, who could miss the traditional wrestling Jabbar Boli Khela? At the beginning of the 20th century, Abdul Jabbar Saudagar, a merchant from Chattogram, introduced a wrestling competition. His intention was to cultivate a sport that would prepare the youth to fight against British rule. Bagha Sharif from Kumilla's Omna clinched the title of the 117th edition of the historic Abdul Jabbar Boli Khela, defeating Rashid Boli from Kumilla Sardar in a grueling 40-minute encounter at Lal Dighi Maidan on Saturday. Wow. You love wrestling, HT?
I don't have the build for it. But you might, Muzzer.
I love watching WWE, by the way. Shariful comes in. Running the first one hard. No. What should the approach from the New Zealand batters? 4 wickets, 2 new batters in the middle, 7 overs to go, including this one.
I think the approach will still be an aggressive one, but you've got Clarkson, who's a big hitter, played brilliantly against South Africa in one particular match, 26 of just 9 balls. That was just the other day, really. Smith showed that he can hold the bat as well in the ODIs, with some nice little contributions to the back end, at the back end. But it's a good pitch. It's a real good pitch. 180. That's the number you're looking at.
Banged in delivery. Into an awkward position, Kelly, but he will earn a couple. Not a bad ploy though from Shariful.
Yeah, I think unfortunately for these 2 teams, they've probably on the off days between the ODIs and the T20 internationals, they've probably been watching what's been going on in the IPL. And that's a very unrealistic way to play T20 cricket in internationals, because it's just a very one-sided affair. It's just batters having a field day and bowlers as bowling machines. So, 260 is not a number here. Here is a proper contest between bat and ball. So 180 is a good one.
Nicely played. Finds the gap as well. This is Kelly for you. Courage is grace under pressure, and the captain is delivering.
Great shot. There's always runs behind backward point, because the gap between deep sweeper on is significant. Backward points left hand or right hand. You get value for runs if you time it.
Such an assured batter, Nick Kelly had a very good time in the ODI series, given the opportunity to lead the side. 16 of 9. Good comeback.
Little variation in pace. That's going to be the critical thing. You can't just run up on a true surface like this and bowl seam up all day. You will go the distance. So all the skills are going to have to...
Why
Not allowing Kelly to free his arms. He was looking to play on the offside.
Why it has to come as nice as it?
Good to see crowds coming in. Good weather as well. When I say good weather, not that hot today. End of over number 14, New Zealand, 127 for 4. Bowlers used so far, apart from Rishad, who picked up 2 wickets and also gave away less than 8 runs per over. Other than that, everyone slightly on the expensive side. They're having a great time. They're witnessing some very good cricket here in Chattogram. Mahdi comes in. Giving room too early. Followed the batter, Mahdi, on that occasion. Once again, somehow manages to get the bat on that occasion, Kelly.
A little bit earlier than New Zealand batters we've seen on 2 occasions now, back to back, where Mahdi's been able to throw the ball down the leg side and then throw one out wide of offside. Just need to wait a fraction longer before committing to coming down the wicket.
That sounded good, but straight to the fielder. Foxcroft would feel he missed out on that occasion. Well, what I recall is I used to be a ball boy as well. Now they call future star. Back in 2004, during India's tour of Bangladesh and even the MCC visit, Tamim Iqbal, the current board president and the former captain of Bangladesh, serves as a future star. Swing and a miss. Beautiful full circle story from a future star on the sidelines to leading Bangladesh cricket at the very top.
I tell you what, you're 100% right, because as a young man or a young girl, you learn more from watching than you do from any coach. I'll tell you that right now, you learn more from watching.
I still remember when I saw Brian Charles Lara for the first time in front of me. It was back in 1999 during the mini World Cup, they used to say back then. And I hold his bat, it was too light, I couldn't believe it.
Last ball of the over.
Just 3 coming from it.
Pressure was building on Foxcroft, and Mahdi bounced onto it. Wicket number 5 goes down for New Zealand.
Excellent over. just 3, and there was a little bit of pressure that was starting to develop on the New Zealanders. And he gets Foxcroft at just the right time as well, because now the bowling all-rounders are exposed as Foxcroft goes for 3, 130 for 5. Bangladesh have done exceedingly well in the last 5 overs. As we see Josh Clarkson come in, 124 runs. He'll have butterflies in his stomach. His wickets have fallen in the recent past. 30 runs, 3 wickets. This is the last one. Just went down the wicket. Maybe a deflection of the thighs. Got him off stump. Was uprooted, and Bangladesh back in the game after a very, very strong start with the bat. By New Zealand, but they're really rocketing along. First wicket went then good partnerships have taken New Zealanders to a strong position. I tell you what, Bangladesh are doing their best to get back strongly in the game. Richard Hassan 2 for 22 in his 4th over. Gonna be Kelly. From the keeper. No, nothing from the bowler there.
A quick chat will ensure whether they're going to go upstairs or not. 10 seconds. Yes, Litin Kumar Das decides he's going to have a look.
TV Umpire Director, we have a clear review for LBW. On-field given, not out. I've checked it. It's a fair delivery. Move on to control, please. It looks very close to the bat. Can I have address, please? Keep rolling. Left line when ball past the bat. Can I have ball tracking when you are ready? Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wicket umpire's call. Baji, stand by. You're on the spin. Stay with your not out decision.
Just that little bit of extra bounce saved the day for Nick Kelly. Was not given up. The review stands, but Bangladesh will feel that they've got it under control. Bowling well, keeping the runs under check, forcing the batter into shots of indiscretion. There's a good period of play here by the Bangladeshi bowlers. Rishad has bowled well. Gone for a few early, comes back with a couple of wickets.
আমি কত গান জিনিস এখনো খাইনি এই যে ভদ্রলোকের মেয়েরা রাস্তায় দাঁড়িয়ে হাতে খায়
Not quite timing it, getting a run nevertheless to open his account.
So that's the one which was not given but stayed with the umpires. Had it been given, would have gone in favour of the bowler.
Kelly reverses, makes the requisite contact, gets 4 runs. The boundaries were drying out, but this is the ideal time to get things moving.
Yes, it's such a good looking shot here. The reverse, and it gets underneath the ball, ensure that it goes over the fielder at short fine. Fielder is short third for the left-hander, but once it changes position and goes reverse, so he goes over that fielder. Lovely shot.
And he goes, trying to again this time a little further away. Now, direct throw. Oh dear, not the best of throws. We've seen lapses in the field. 3 opportunities have been missed. One catch drop, couple of close calls when they tried to throw down the wicket.
Maybe trying to take this in, but there was a non-striker going. A better throw was needed. It just bounces over. Oh, a bit of a bat.
Oh, just turned back sharply. Just got him on the crease. Scampers through for another single. It's all activity. The batters trying to get their domination back. The bowlers doing the best to keep it tight.
This will be his last delivery of his spell. He's bowled beautifully, hasn't he? 2 for 28. He's the one who's asked more questions than anyone else.
Down the leg side, just swivels round. That's a loose delivery and it's been punished. Very nicely done using the angle. Gets an extra spare boundary to finish the over. 141 for 5.
कार
They've been pretty good to start off with. Very good power play by New Zealand with just 1 wicket. And it kept it steady till the last 5 overs when Bangladesh managed to pull it back. Oh dear, that looks rather ominous. Dark clouds gathering, but a good boundary. Last ball of the previous over.
Yeah, spoils his figures, doesn't it? The leg side, easy pickings into the gap. He knew it. But still very good from Rishad Hussain apart from that delivery.
Cheeky just oh, he must have had his heart in his mouth for a while there, but the result is another boundary.
Yeah, Nick Kelly continues very left in the ODIs. He's been in smashing forms and he's not afraid to take a few chances. Just a little bit of a back flip and he gets over the top of the infield and picks up himself a boundary straight away. That is a very good shot.
Wonderfully improvised on that occasion. Will put pressure on young Ripon Mondol. See what he comes back with. Down the leg side, gets on it and gets to hit it all the way. Just a little tardy down the leg side and immediately pouncing on that and getting a maximum.
Yeah, nearly averaged 50 in that ODI series, the 3-match series, 149 runs, and he continues to show why he was so good. Again, it's a short-arm jab, and it had got enough from the middle part of the bat, sails over for the maximum. What a shot that is. He can't do no wrong at the moment. He races to 34 of this 21.
Change of angles here for Mondol under pressure. Just a change in the field and the offside, also the deep point coming a little squarer. Well, for the left-hander is that deep backward square leg. Now, it's got that grip right across the seam. Trying to hit the upright seam if it can. Wow, pulls it pretty wide of the charging batter, just within the line. Where Moshad Ali Khan says it's a legal delivery.
Yeah, at one stage New Zealand was cruising along 110 for 2 in 11.3 overs, but there was a bit of a lull period after that. They lost 3 wickets in space of 21 balls for 20 runs, but now again this partnership 21 of 9 is kicking on.
Yeah, sure is, and they've got to do something about it. Bangladesh will need to just try and get another wicket. It's a pause and play, as umpires may be concerned about some lightning, I suspect. That's something that caught their eye. A lot of lightning last evening, looking to see. That's what I suspect. I'm not quite sure.
Probably they'll have a chat with the batters as well. They had a chat among themselves, but we'll have to wait and see what that discussion is all about. It's 21, the partnership looking good because especially Nick Kelly is taking on the bowlers. Now what are they worried about here? Looks like they might be just going off. Yes, they are.
Yeah, I think the safety of the players is the biggest concern, and they had a little chat with the batters who feel that they are not going to be exposed to the weather conditions, which is wise, or it's maybe the lights have ebbed a little bit. It's not lightning. I just looked up at the lights. We've got artificial lights on, but they're not in full power at the moment. So the light has been offered actually to the batters and they've taken it. You see 50% of the lights, despite the fact we're in the afternoon, but due to overcast conditions, the natural light not adequate for play, and it has to be the tower lights that need to be in full effect to facilitate the game. So unfortunately there's a little pause in play.
Yeah, the wickets. Tim Robinson was the first one to go. Excellent piece of fielding from so 1 for 11 at that stage. And then there's a good partnership. Rishad comes on and picks up a wicket. Clark smashing his 50 and then getting out in that fashion, going reverse and finding Ridoy one more time. Jacob turning his wrists to play that fielder. Rishad taking that catch and then first shot cleaned up by Sadia Khan. A little bit quicker, on target, on stuff.
Well, Bangladesh did well. There is quite a stiff breeze blowing here, but you see Kelly, who's really going strong, 34 of 22 balls, and is hit 4 fours and 1 6. The momentum has been created by New Zealand, but unfortunately, because of bad light, the play has been stopped for the moment. We just hope that the tower lights perk up and give adequate light, as we see that very important partnership of 88 of 50 between Clark and Cleaver. They've moved on to 151 for 5. We have to take a short break as we have a look at the bowling figures. 2 for 32 for Rishad, and New Zealand have reached 151 for 5. Play has been stopped because of bad light. We hope it improves and we will come back to the ground for further play. Right, so they're hoping to just put up the lights, maybe waiting for the power to improve. Have another look at flags from Bay of Bengal, that breeze coming in. Projected scores at this rate, they'll go on to 183. At 11 and over, 190, 200 is on the cards. It's just that momentum spoiled a little bit by the pause in play. Okay, that looks rather gloomy, but we hope that the clouds dissipate and there's more light coming in. And so we do take a break now and hope that we have cricket very soon.
নতুন জেলা এসে বলে একটা
আব্দুল গাফফার সাকলাইন
কোন দেশে
বাংলাদেশি
কোন আমার ঢাকাইতে কোন দেশ पानी যদি জমে যাতে যায় কতি
আর জমবে নাকি সিস্টেম করা আছে
এই করা না আনন্দ না নান্নু এই রাকিব ভাই এই রাকিব ভাই এই রাকিব ভাই आश्मिन के आश्मिन और की आश्मिन हो नाम तो चखम ना
খেলাটা হয়ে যাবে লাইট শেষ করে দেবো আর কটা বল আছে 21টা মতো
যারা দেখবেন পছন্দ তার সাথে বড় ভালো
একজন দেখছে না
সাথে